I'm all in on Sawstep and Gengar.
Oh, yeah. Like, you're that guy. Like, if you beat me, you better do real well.
Yeah, do it.
Well, we're going to see.
No, it's more that they beat the 2 best players in the world. They beat Pizza, so
that's true. So they've got to be, yeah. Well, we're going down to loser side. We got Sawstep back up against, and I'm realizing I was calling him Meow Kitty before. Is it Mo Kitty?
I've heard everyone say Meow Kitty.
Okay.
That's a lot of the local.
That's why I said Meow Kitty as well. If anybody in chat, if there's like a significant other in the chat that can help us out or something,
might be Meow Kitty.
Definitely let us know. Oh, that is not going to go well. What's that say? Dogmatica? He's moving too fast. Dude, stop schmoving. I'm trying to read your in-game tag. What does that say?
Dogmatica.
I think it does say dog. What does that mean?
What does it mean?
What is Dogmatica? Like dogmatic, but
Oh, 1, 2. Find the third, but it's not.
Well, there you go. You got the third right there. Put him out super low, force him to try to pull out that pillar, but he doesn't even need it. It is crazy how good of a recovery this Beetle has.
Yeah.
If you know how to use it, sometimes it just feels like there's nothing your opponent can do.
Oh, we have Ion in our region, and they just never die. Ever.
Why won't you die? Because usually heavies don't have the best recoveries in a lot of games. That's sort of part of the archetype. But this time around, the Beetle's got it. It may not be the Genesis build anymore, but still pretty nice.
Give him a projectile to go with it as well. The ultimate
Oh, now you got to pull out that pillar. Forces him to recover high. Great reaction there from Sawstep to punish it. And we're just bullying the Beetle. This is payback for all the times this Beetle was so belligerent in my top 8. Oh, I think you could have gotten maybe a fair there. Instead, you might die for it. Let's see. Yeah, you have to move fast because that's Fleet. Great recovery. So fast, so fluid with it. Sawstep continuing to hold this advantage. Malkitty having trouble finally getting that kill. Throw the block to the sky, make him decide. Does he want to chase you? Does he want to get rid of that block? Either way, hold this 46 real quick. JK, it's 57. And you might die as well. This Beetle is... He's so sick, though.
Not yet.
Now, one thing you don't really get to do as the Beetle in this matchup is you can't just use the pillar to make them bounce up with you, because Fleet can just nair out every single time and out-hitbox you. She's too fast.
It's scary to pull the rock against Fleet, too. Fleet does really well in this matchup, I'd say.
Yes, I definitely like this matchup for Fleet. And as you're pulling the rock, it's just giving her opportunity to set up even on top of that. So many options. And right now, Meow Kitty is struggling to deal with all of them. A little bit of a cargo throw set up there. Trying to hit with the block, but able to swing through. That'll close it out.
Last stock. Game 1, Meow Kitty. Got this one back.
Ooh, dash attacks. Okay. Classic fair and air off the stage. These confirms are so pretty from Sawstep. Very comfortable with the combo route at all these different percents. You can see the practice really paying off. Meanwhile, Meow Kitty has a very good path of their own, just hasn't been able to keep out of disadvantage for long enough to consistently make it happen.
Kragg a lot better at recovering low versus Fleet than almost every other character in the game, I would say. With that pillar kind of giving you a little bit of leeway on getting down air.
Of course, one thing that you end up seeing a lot in this matchup is that, yeah, Fleet is not going to get those kills off the bottom as consistently against Kragg for the reason you mentioned, but he does get a little bit stuck down there, so you end up taking a bunch of damage in exchange for coming back, and that starts to add up.
Oh, yeah. They're taking like 3 dares almost every time.
Now, this is a very interesting, very fun stage for Kragg. I assume he was allowed to go here because Sawstep's going to be banning the small stages.
Harbor always a kooky one. Every game needs a harbor.
Yeah, definitely. It just have something like little silly game, something to keep the discourse going, you know? People can't spend too much time talking about which character's broken if they're talking about which stage is broken. Let us unite against the game.
Very smooth recovery off the stage.
I do think it's fun that we have stuff like this in the game where the dev team is trying some silly stuff, seeing what they can make work, and it's pretty cool to see what Kragg can do here. However, at this time, not able to do enough to get this stock. Sawstep struggling to get back though, and the down special into fair is going to do it. Ooh, that is so unsafe. The starter, wait a minute, managed to get down to the platform while he was in stun, so he didn't have to worry about dying for it.
Great empty man there.
It's crazy how quickly that this can just go back and forth. Either Meowkitty gets a big hit, gets that confirmed, or Sawstep able to nickel and dime. That was all off of a single weak little F-strong hit that just converted off stage. Ooh, speaking of converting, another opportunity. Yes, it is. It's so scary. You're like clipped through the stage going, please don't hurt me. I'm sorry. Do we go high? Yes, we do. Meowkitty able to get back to stage. Nice spot dodge past that down special from Sawstep. Another opportunity where we're seeing those niche situations where the spot dodge can be very useful.
Down special is so committal. At a certain point here, I don't know if you're getting enough mileage off of it. We've seen it come up big in some of these conversions, like late in the stock with that down special into fair to close out the last one, but we've also seen a couple whiffs.
This is looking pretty good for Sawstep. He's on Meowkitty's counterpick stage and managing to hold a lead. However, it is fragile. That's going to burn the float. That's going to burn the jump. All you've got is the down special and the up special. And of course, if your opponent can guess where you're going to go, you can get hit real hard for it, but stays alive regardless.
Seen that down throw, down smash conversion as well.
Ooh, parry, I love that. Forward aerial, not going to kill. However, once and again, we can play rinse and repeat with this block off the stage. Let's get as silly and the chilly as we possibly can, but Sawstep refusing to die, dancing around that pillar as well, finally closing it out.
Only 44% on that as well. This is very, very doable.
The pillar come up and the immediate shield, right? You have to respect it because if Sawstep nairs, you get sent into a terrible situation. Down tilt checks. We see these F-strongs coming out as well from Sawstep. Tie that in with a little bit of an up-angled side special, just zoning out, walling out the opponent, making it very hard for Meowkitty to get anything started. However, gets in. It's scary.
Sawstep either going up 2-0 here or 1-1. Big, that's always like the biggest mental hurdle, I would say, when you start playing in these later brackets. That late in bracket, things are kicking up, nerves are hyping up a little bit more. That going down 2-0 feels real bad.
Yes, it does. And it is so hard to make the reverse 3-0 because even if you do play a little bit better than your opponent, sometimes you just get hit by something that you're not ready for, and it feels like that's it. Speaking of that being it, that's going to be it for that game as Meowkitty does not have to deal with that 2-0.
Yeah, no. So now we're at a probably even one. You maintain some counter pick levity.
Yeah, speaking of counter picks, though, you've burned that counter pick.
Yeah, Harbor gone.
And now you've got to do it again on 2 more stages. And the first one is going to be Sawstep's pick.
See what bands come out. Capital gone, want some of that stage gone, and Forest gone.
Yeah, big
The
sense.
biggest and the smallest. Okay. This is a tough stage against Fleet, I would say. It's hard to get down.
Yeah. Like, you've got Pillar, and that's about it. And we've discussed why Pillar is not always the best option in this matchup.
And if Fleet really just plays to the side opposite of the platform sometimes, like if they just keep Kragg over here in the corner without that platform.
It's pretty painful. We might be about to see it. There you go. Where do you run? Where do you hide? Everywhere you go, Sawstep is there.
Platform or not, Sawstep is using it well.
Ooh. I love the timing on that back air as well. So precise to be able to hit the side special away. Forward air to break the pillar, make him act early, make him act often. Now he can't back up against the wall there either to help himself stay alive. I thought the down air was coming. Instead goes for the up air, breaks the pillar. Speaking of up airs, yep, GG's. That's just one. Can you get 2? Can you get 3?
Play for a second. Often just get rid of it.
Ooh, that was not good DI. This is going to put you in an awkward spot. Manages to get past, but punished anyway. Good positioning there from Meowkitty. Able to recognize that landing on stage. Spacing with the forward airs now as well. Ooh.
Special get up.
Okay.
Sawstep turn again.
And that fair and air putting in absolute work. But you got to refresh on the stage afterwards, and that is where Sawstep is not able to convert very often. Meowkitty consistently getting past on that pillar by just recovering high. Ooh.
Special pummel break.
You can see right away there, yeah, Sawstep, one of those players who just mashes special pummel break regardless of the situation. It does get a little tricky in this matchup specifically because Kragg has some crazy stuff off of his regular chain grab, but at this point, I think Sawstep hasn't been given a reason to worry about that. But here we see.
Special pummel breaker enjoyer.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just not worth getting hit by special pummel most of the time. And I'm always scared that if I try to adjust my muscle memory on a matchup by matchup basis, then I'm gonna mess it up for when I'm playing against the matchup where I really need it.
Yeah.
Like if you're up against Claren and you're not special pummel breaking, it's GG. Getting back to the last stock here. Oh, but the rock made that safe from Meowkitty. Able to get down as a result, able to get back into this neutral dash attack. Going to be super unsafe as Sawstep crosses up. A great punish from Meowkitty reacting.
Go off stage, Kragg.
You have no jump.
Read down.
Once again, managing to go high. Meowkitty consistently getting off scot-free by going high in those situations. The forward air, beautifully timed. Great shield timing as well. All of these timings from Meowkitty, very on point. And the tech able to get back to stage, reversing the situation. Potential death here if you can get this conversion there into another slide. And that's going to do it.
Wow, Sawstep went a little bit too low on that attempted edge guard and then having to up B back high. And the two down specials are going to close it out. Meowkitty with a big comeback.
Wow. That's 2 games now where it seemed like Sawstep had it on lock and Meowkitty was able to find that critical opening. Just goes to show how fragile you are off stage in this game. Even as a character like Fleet died at like, it was like 70% before the hit.
Yeah, it's
terrifying.
Really safe. Like 90 after, somewhere around.
I do agree with running back to stage. I think the stage was working very well. We just got caught in a bad scenario and Meowkitty outplayed him.
Not much you can do about an outplay. Stage will only take you so far. But
yeah. Okay. Going for those regular tech chase throws, not even going for a regular pummel either. Just wants to make sure you get the consistent guaranteed damage. Goes high. That didn't work out last time, but it does this time. Maybe Meowkitty not expecting you to choose the option that didn't work before. Man, that forward air is active. There we go.
Stock out soon.
I think Meowkitty is really catching on to Sawstep's options out of the corner. He keeps doing that same thing, sliding past the ledge with that up angled up special. However, speaking of up specials, yeah, a bit of a mistake. How are we using that rock? Going super high there. Interesting. I'm not really sure why he would go for that, but whatever the case, ends up working out for Sawstep. We take those. 164 on this first stock. It feels like almost anything will kill right now. Ooh, great mix-up. And Meowkitty doing a really good job of option selecting because the timing is pretty consistent. You can do that roll onto stage and then do what he's been doing with things like the Nair to try to close it out if he does slide past.
Big punish off of that parry down special as well.
Jumps over but missed spaces.
Yeah, got turned around, it looked like.
That was nice from Meowkitty getting the grab.
Calls him out, going to the top flat.
You are running full stage, giving up off of that mistake, but Sawstep gets it back, closes out the stock as well, trying to bring this to a game 5, but can Meowkitty do it one more time? Ooh, those back airs. He has an opportunity to potentially confirm into the forward air if you get a little bit more damage, which will take the stock. Mistimes the parry, though. That's a critical mistake.
Very critical. lot of percent damage for that.
We're still going. Air up,
Oh,
up air.
I thought they caught the jump with the
Ooh. And this could be curtains. No, gets back. And there's that nair coming off the pillar. Nothing you can really do about that as Kragg. Wait a minute, you overextended. And that's going to bring us to a game 5. There's critical, tiny minutia, the mistakes, the cracks, the chinks in the armor. And what better way to punch through them with a perfectly spaced arrow?
Yeah.
Specifically straight down on your head.
You're punching Kragg, too. He's kind of the puncher. Kind of known for that.
If you're below him, does it count as, or above him rather, does that count as punching down?
I'll say so. We'll give it. Give it to him.
All right. Going into game number 5 here. And remember, we've got some DSR to play with, which means we can't go back to what worked for Meow Kitty before. Instead, we're going to Hadojo. Now, if this was a different fleet in this top 8, you know that he'd be popping off. However, I don't think Sawstep has the slingshots like that, so it's going to be a very different scenario than Mystery Soul. We saw Mystery Soul on this stage already today.
That was scary, getting carried off stage while on the rock.
Forward air, or excuse me, back air. I'm so glad that they nerfed that move, but it is still ridiculous.
Everyone got something a little ridiculous.
Oh, that was nice. Hold this damage, not anything you can do there. He was too low, so the platform was falling out from beneath him. He couldn't just sit there and shield.
Awesome. They're taking the lead now. They had the first couple games.
This is looking really good for Sawstep. However, it is far from over. We have seen Meow Kitty come back from a deficit. The boxer, the puncher, punching above his weight to get that stock just like that. Only 16% taken. That is nothing. But you forgot about that nair.
That down smash, like an anti-aerial.
Interesting F-strong there. Might have been a mistake from Sawstep, or maybe expecting him to go a different way. So glad that that's out of the way. That pillar was terrifying. Oh, speaking of terrifying, wait a minute. This is really wonky. Get up attack, gonna send you backwards. Oh, barely misses it. But no,
landed.
Yeah, no air dodge now. Really tough. Running out of resources. Rinse and repeat. And that's going to do it. Wow. Look, what do we say? 30 seconds ago, Meow Kitty could bring this back. And not only has... Oh, no! What a way for it to end. I think Sawstep, maybe that was a snapback. There's no way he meant to go that way at that moment.
Unfortunate. Quite an unfortunate way to end a great set.
It must have been snapback or something. I don't know how that happens.
Wow, that made me a little dizzy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that one hurts. That hurts. You could see it in the eyes, too, but...
That's tough.
That's the game we all choose to play. Sometimes it crumbles.
You know, you got to think, like, Sawstep, when he was going into that second stock, he was up an entire stock, virtually a 0 to death. You've got to be feeling so good about yourself. And for it to all turn around that fast.
Off one input.
He tried